Hello, good morning everyone. We are live and alive on today, Thursday? I'm always not sure what day it is. Let's go with this, it's a Thursday. On Thursday, the 13th of March, we're getting through the month at quite a rate, and we're back live today. Today, got a fun one. Darling, come on, you're late. No, come on. Oh, wait. Why you run in and then fall on the floor? Meow. Good girl. Hello. Marvellous. Okay. The team is assembled. Let's get brewing. Today, we're going to be building a Nissa Worldsoul Speaker deck. This is a legend from Aetherworks Commander product, I think. It's in the Team Energy deck. This one seems pretty cool. Nissa is 3 and a green for a 3/3 legendary creature elf druid. It has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you get 2 energy. And then it has the ability that we're kind of here for. You may pay 8 energy rather than pay the mana cost for permanent spells you cast. So, this should be pretty straightforward as a deck. Sorry, I'm just seeing my hair in the camera and it looks dreadful today. Maybe I need the hat again. But yeah, the goal of this deck is pretty straightforward. You can see we've got these sections down over here. We are going to want to make as much energy as possible. That's either by other effects that goodbye, got me breakfast. Either from other effects that make energy, or from Nissa with that landfall ability. So we're going to make a bunch of energy. We're also going to running some effects to put more lands into play. On top of that, we're going to be running some additional ramp. And then we're just going to be paying a lot of energy to cheat some massive 8+ drops into play. We're going to turn those big lads sideways, and that's how we win the game. Nice and straightforward. Should be super fun. Should be super... It's a big splashy deck. You're doing big dumb things. That's kind of always good and fun. We're going to have 10 bits of card draw, 10 bits of action. 10 bits of interaction, 4 bits of protection. We're going to have some bonus ways of cheating things into play, just as a nice little backup. Yeah, should be good. Should be a cool one. These kind of big green cheaty decks, like you do get. We did have, is it Kona Rescue Beastie or Bestie in the last set? Similar type of end game, but the engine's a bit different. This one lets us play with energy a bit more, which should be cool and fun. Similar to like a mono red deck that you kind of get in most sets, kind of like they play slightly similar, but they are good fun. And if you're here for a big green time, then Nissa Worldsoul Speaker seems like a good way of doing it. So again, the link to this deck will be down in the description below if you want to copy yourself. We'll be breaking things into these different sections just so we can easily organize it, and so that if you want to build the deck yourself, you can basically just replace cards in the different sections. So the idea is that this is the skeleton for you to use. If you don't like the energy cards I'm picking, you can pick different energy cards, that kind of stuff. So first off, let's get some more energy stuff in here. So, darling meow, hello. What's up? What's up? You've been fed. You've been watered. Have you pooed? Good girl. Alright, let's... Green... Meow, yes girl. Energy... Search, I guess. Let's do... Commander green, that's what we have. Then we'll search by EDH rank. Let's get some good stuff in here. Right, so a lot of these are going to be artifacts to begin with. So Aetherworks Marvel is a cool one, because effectively it's a sort of a second version of our Commander. When a permanent is put into your graveyard, you get an energy and pay energy. Pay 6 energy. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast a card from among them without paying its mana cost, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So this effectively is another version of our Commander. This deck isn't going to be built too much around sack it. Maybe we could have a little sack sub-theme in this to go with the Aetherworks Marvel. Maybe we could be doing a little bit more with our lands. Maybe we do like some Crucible of Worlds style of things to replay lands, and then we play some land sack outlets. I don't hate that. Maybe we add that as like a little... this would fall under bonus cheat, so let's stick Aetherworks Marble in. Marvellous, we'll give it a tag now. Change tag... bonus... cheat. So should we start? Let's start at the end with a little wink on stuff. I don't hate this. This could make the deck a bit more expensive because we might be going fetch lands with this. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's proper tune this. I think if we go Aetherworks Marble with all of the green fetches, that is a nice little wink on. Again, so when I build, this is why I build decks like with the different tags, because generally I might build them differently to other people. I might build them with cards that are more expensive. Everyone's budgets are different. Everyone's playstyles are different. But that's kind of what the this stuff is for, because again, if you don't own the cards, or you don't like the cards, or the cards are too expensive, you can change it how you want. Let's get fetch lands in here. We are kind of starting at the end a little bit, but I think this is a cool thing to do. So is fetch land. So let's get all the green. So let's just get the 4 green fetch lands in here. These will be great with Nissa anyway. These will be great with landfall, because these come in, trigger landfall once. They fetch us a forest, trigger landfall again. These 1 cards are 4 energy. That's pretty good. They're also permanents that are going to the graveyard, so we'll get energy from Aetherworks Marble. That's also pretty good. We should probably do the basic ones as well. Sacrifice land. I probably spelled sacrifice wrong. Let's find out if I have. Oh, no, I didn't. Yes, nailed it. Whenever I spell something vaguely right, I'm always happy, I'm always pleased with myself. But let's do EDH rank on here. So, Evolving Wilds can get in. Myriad Landscape can get in. Terramorphic Expanse can get in. There is a new one. Fabled Passage can get in. Hello, little lady. We can't run Croson Verge. Oh, we can run Croson Verge. But we only get it for it. That's fine. I don't think we're going as deep as Riveteers out. Oh, are we? Actually, these are all just double things of landfall. Actually, ooh, this is kind of hot. Maybe we do just run these, like, and just accept that effectively this is a tap land. But if it's fine if it's making us 4 energy. Ooh, okay, yeah, we're running the Outlook, so we'll run only the ones that make forests. Forest. This is making the deck a bit slower, but these are at least nice budget includes for those who don't have access to full fetch lands. Yes, darling, we did well. Escape Tunnel, that's the fixed, or the technically better Terramorphic Expansive Evolving Wilds. That's pretty good, we love that. I think this is cool, actually. I really like this. This is a nice. This is not how I thought this stream would start with a cool little bonus entry. But yeah, all these 12 cards will all double up the amount of times Nissa gets counters, energy counters, and work really well with Aetherworks Marble. That is a vibe, and I'm here for it. All right, let's do the sack land package, actually. So we're going to be sacking stuff. So Zuranorb gets in. Zuranorb lets us sacrifice. We can sack lands, and then we'll get to replay them. We also... What's another great one? Sylvan Safekeeper, bit of protection. So Sylvan Safekeeper, sacrifice a land, target creature you control gains Shroud until end of turn. That's going to be great with protecting Nissa, while also being a sack outlet for lands. We will run Entis Restoration and Harrow as ramp. Let's actually tag those now. So these will kind of go in other sections of the deck. There's a nice little overlap. But, yeah, just having this sack Aetherworks Marble package, I think, is pretty cool and vibey, and I'm kind of here for it. Silver and Safekeeper is protection. I'm immediately way more excited for this deck than I was when I started, which is a vibe. So yeah, for those just joining, we are going through and doing little sections of the deck, but we're adding a little package. We're starting at the end. We're adding a cool... basically, we're also getting the most out of Aetherworks Marvel by doing a bunch of stuff that sacrifice lands and stuff that can recur lands. So we will be getting to our play lands from graveyard effects in a moment. What else? We do want Springbloom Druid. This will also technically go under our ramp section. Roiling Regrowth will also technically go under our ramp section. What else do we have? That's probably going to be it for the time being. Scapeshift. That's a vibe. Sacrifice any number of lands, search your library for up to that many land cards, put them onto the battlefield, tap them, shuffle. I mean, yes. That with our commander is kind of... That with our commander... On turn 5, we sack 5 lands, go and get 5 lands, we immediately make 10 energy. That immediately lets us cheat something into play. That's just got to be good. We'll classify Scapeshift as bonus cheat, because it does feel like we're doing something cheaty with it. Alright, we've kind of gone down a rabbit hole, but let's do play lands graveyard. So there's a bunch of these effects. Damn, there's so many of these effects now. Let's do sort by price. Let's at least be price. Why is this Crucible cheapest? Is it cheapest or is Perennial Behemoth cheapest? Perennial Behemoth cheapest. Cool. So let's run Roundup Excavator. Conduit of Worlds. I love this card because you can also tap it to play a non-land permanent or to play a non-land card from your graveyard as well. Let's do Walk-in Cellar, which has an effect of that, and I think Crucible of Worlds is possibly the most expensive, but also possibly the worst Crucible effect in this mono green deck. How expensive is Ancient Green Warden? Okay, that's more. It's pricey, but more reasonable. Let's run Ancient Green Warden. So these are. I guess let's tag this as. What can we tag this as? Additional lands. We are getting additional lands. We've gone rogue. Let's additional land drops. It's going to just get additional land drops. Yeah, we've got immediately gone rogue and immediately broken our categories, but I think this is a cool way of doing it. So now we have this little sack recur package with, so we can sack things with Zero make a bunch of life. We can sack things with Scapeshift, sack them naturally to themselves, and then just recast them from our graveyard with cards like Ancient Green Warden, Conduit of Worlds, Roundup Excavator, and Walk-in Closet. That's a really cool little engine, especially when we get to... Let's do this part now. Additional land drops. So cards that let us play additional lands in a turn. So unfortunately, for some reason, what's the card? Fast Bond is banned in Commander for some reason. Boo-hoo. So we can't run that, but we can run cards like Azusa. You may play 2 additional lands on each turn. So this really kind of goes ham when you have the ability to play lands from your graveyard, because effectively you can play the same fetch twice. With Azusa, a Crucible effect, and a fetch land, you are playing 4. You're getting 4 lots of land drops in a turn. That goes really ham, giving you a lot of energy with Nissa. I'm way more excited for this deck than I was when I started. This is cool. Hold on. We already have additional land drops, don't we? Yes, we do. Right. So Azusa gets in. What else do we have? Oh, actually, Ancient Green Warden, I didn't actually realise. The second ability, if a land entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of permanent you control to trigger, that ability will trigger additional time. So that will, I believe, will double up Nissa's energy trigger, getting 4 lots of energy. That's pretty vibes. Love that. Exploration can get in. Explore can get in. We can tag that as card draw just to get another little free one in here. What else do we have? Oh, loot. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. 6 mana, tap it. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may have a creature card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from among them, and put that card on the battlefield. Okay, ooh, that's another bonus cheat effect, while also being the thing that lets us play additional lands. Let's put that in bonus cheat again. Just so we're being a bit cheeky. We're just trying to add as many of these to the as possible. Oracle of Mooly Dooley, great card. I'm assuming this must be cheaper now. Thank God. This was like 40-50 quid for years because it didn't get a reprint until Jumpstart doesn't count as a reprint. Yeah, effectively from Zendikar to Double Masters. That was a long time. So Oracle of Mooly Dooley, get in my deck. Ooh. Sorry, I've just been told that there's a new Sleep album out for any Stoner Rock fans out there. Check it out. I'll be listening to that immediately after this. Love that. Wayward Swordtooth. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Get in the deck. I think that might take us up to 8. Because we're combining it with Conduit of Worlds, and then we have the loot and that one as well. Is that all of them? Oh, no, there is one more. That is worded differently. What's it called? Warden of the... No, what's it called? It's like East Tree. Or is it West Tree? Is it? That's it. Kadama of the East Tree. Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, if it wasn't put onto the battlefield with this ability, you may put a permanent card with lesser, also with equal or lesser converted mana cost from your hand onto the battlefield. So this does actually work with lands. If you put a land into play, this triggers, and then you can put another land into play. Is that how this works? Is that how that works? Let me put a permanent. Kadama of the East Tree. I believe that's how that works. I don't always trust Reddit, but, you know. You are not playing lands, so it just doesn't affect the amount of lands play you have remaining. Okay. Cool. So in theory, according to Reddit, if it's wrong, blame them. I believe, I'm pretty positive Kadama works this way. So if you play a land with Kadama out, Kadama triggers and lets you put another land into play. You are putting it in, so that should get around the only play one land a turn jobby. Also, it'll work with the other land stuff that we have, with like anything like this. Lands are coming into play this way. It'll work with fetch lands as well. So if you crack a fetch, you can put a land from your hand into play. And also, it should work with the cheat stuff. So if we cheat something into play with Nissa, the World Speaker, or Worldsoul Speaker, Kadama will let us put something with a lesser mana cost into play as well. That could be a land, it could be something else. That seems pretty good. That you are bonus cheat, my big tree friend. Marvellous. This deck looks sick, actually. I'm way more up for this. Let's go. Alright, so we have additional land drops. Let's go back to doing energy that we started the video with and then got distracted. So let's do Aetherworks Hub. It's a land that comes into play untapped and can tap for a green once. Love that. Solar Transformer comes into play tapped. When it enters, you get 3 energy. You can pay to add a colorless, or you can filter into an energy. That actually seems pretty good for ramp. Yes, I know it's not... a Soul Ring, but... Oh, Zuranorb isn't tagged anywhere. Where are we going to tag Zuranorb? Ooh, how loose can we be with this? Wherever we have a spell slot later, Zuranorb will go. Alright, Attune with Ether. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, you get 2 energy. This is going to go under bonus energy. It's not technically ramp, and it's not really fixing, because our whole deck's forests. But... bonus energy is a decent way of putting this. Change tags. Did we not have bonus energy? Bonus cheat? No. Alright. Change tags. Bonus energy. Marvellous. Alright, whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you get an energy. Okay. Pay. Okay. Architect of the Untamed does seem like a nice little backup for Nissa. It also comes down a turn earlier. You only get 1 energy, but I see now, actually. Whoever designed Nissa Worldsoul Speaker just copied Architect of the Untamed's homework a little bit. A little bit, but hey-ho. Cool card is cool card. Let's see what else we have. So I don't just want to add bad energy cards. I do want to add good energy cards. You're newer. What do you do? 3 mana, 3/3 trample. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you get an energy. Exhaust, pay 6 energy, put 2 counters onto it, then draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures. Okay. So this draws us cards equal to the number of creatures, equal to the greatest power among creatures we control. That could be quite a lot in this deck. I think this gets in, we're going to be, again, a little cheeky where we put this. We're going to put this in card draw. It does draw us cards. The fact that it does stuff with energy is pretty nice as well. If we're getting overlap with other sections, then I do like that. What do? You're also new. 5 mana, 4/4, trample, ward 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, you get an amount of energy equal to this creature's power. Then you may pay 1 or more energy. If you do, put a counter on it. That's 5 mana to get 4 energy every turn. That's not bad. There aren't many ways of repeatably getting energy. Most of them kind of happen once, and the good ones tend to be repeatable, like the Aetherworks Marvel. So, okay, get in the deck, rampaging Aetherhood. No, this doesn't work how you want it to, unfortunately. When it enters the battlefield, pay 2 energy. If you can't just use this as a green, just keep bouncing getting energy. Primal Prayers. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. You may cast creature spells with mana value 3 or less by paying. We're not going to have it. We are going to have very few creatures mana value 3 or less. They're either going to be like Springbloom Druid. Like, so these are the only creatures that are going to cost 3 or less in the deck. Everything else is going to be like 8 or 10. Right. Is that it? Oh, that's annoying. That can't be all the green cards that care about energy. I left the tea bag in my tea. Alright, so we actually have as many energy cards. So I'm not going to put bad cards in. These don't get in. Great and Limited. I love me a Thriving Rhino or a Riparian Tiger in Limited. But doesn't... Oh, a Long Task Cub in Limited. Ooh. Love that. Sage of Shalia's Claim. It is 3 energy for 2 mana. We'll get you in there for now. We were a bit light on this section. Bonus energy. But do not fear, I do have a backup, as this doesn't seem to be... Bristling Hydra... No. Yeah, okay, that's a bit of a shame. Aetherworks... Aethersphere Harvester, no. Enters get 2 energy, pay an energy, no, that's bad. You're a new card, what do you do? 6 mana artifact. Whenever you cast a spell, you get the amount of energy equal to the amount of mana spent on that spell. Pay 50 energy, draw 7 cards, you may cast any number of spells from your hand without paying their mana costs. Is this good? I don't think so. It'd kind of be rude not to run this. I mean, so this... Oh, so Nissa is you may pay 8 to cast... So you are casting them with Nissa. So you do immediately get them back. So if you cast an 8-drop with Nissa, you will get 8 energy back. Right, okay. Yeah, we have to, I'm afraid. Sorry. We have to run this big, dumb artifact card. Alright, you are... Again, you would be bonus cheat. So we're over on bonus cheat, but... You can never have too much cool stuff. Alright, let's... So, we are a touch light on energy makers. Nissa's going to be doing a lot of work right now. But there is a little way we can go with this, and that is with proliferate. So with proliferate, energy is a type of counter as a game piece. So proliferate will effectively tick it up and up. So... We only want good ones. We're not just going to run Dross here. So Khan's Bastion, 4 mana to add energy isn't great. But Evolution Shades, for example, when a land enters the battlefield and you control Proliferate, effectively with Nissa out, that's landfall, get an energy. That's pretty good. As long as we have Nissa or Architect of the Untamed out, then Evolution Sage will get us more energy. That's pretty good. Right. Glistening Sphere, and it's one type of proliferate. See, I don't just want to proliferate once. I want it to be repeatable, but 4 mana is too much. Contagion Engine or Contagion Class. So Contagion Engine could be a bit of removal. It depends how deep we're going with the proliferate. Again, I want good proliferate. I don't just want one-time anemia. Boding Contaminator is a hell of a magic card. When it deals damage to a player, proliferate. And the Toxic one is a nice little bonus way of winning. Are we going Infect? We're not going Infect with this. Is that the only proliferate card I think we're running? You're a commander card. You must be good. 3 mana, Dethrone. I can see it back. Park Heights Maverick coming back with its power 2 or less. And when it does combat damage to a player or dies, proliferate. No, that's not very good. Plane-wide Celebration? 7 mana. Does Nissa let us do permanent spells? That's a bit annoying. Choose 4, you may choose the same mode more than once. Create a 2/2, return target permanent card from your over to your hand. Proliferate, and you gain 4 life. So this is 7 mana to get 4 energy. That doesn't seem good enough. Destroy 3 mana, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. If that permanent's mana value was 3 or less, proliferate. I don't hate that as a bit of removal. That might not be the worst one. Is there a better one? Not really. Yeah, I think we're a bit stuck here, so we might just move on quicker than I thought. Yeah, I think how expensive is Contagion Engine? It's only 4 quid. Oh, breaking news. Okay, cool. Let's put this in as a bit of removal. It'll be one of our board wipes. We're in green. We don't have too many board wipes, actually. So you can get in, change tags, hashtag, interaction. So I think let's keep bonus energy just at 5. We did have some ones in other sections, though. We had, like, Pima Trailblazer in card draw. We have all this additional stuff to go with our commander. So I do think we will make a ton of energy. We also have Aetherworks Marvel. I think we're actually in a good spot. So although the section only says 5, the actual deck has way more. All right, bread and butter cards now. Let's get some card draw in here. Draw card. So we need 8 bits more. So we're probably going to go for ones that do stuff with power and toughness, because, like, Wayward Sawtooth is a 5/5, but we're going to have some big, beefy lads in here. And basically the goal will be, the deck will very easily get at least one big thing into play, I think, with everything that we've got down here and everything that we've got with, like, the ramp section and that kind of stuff. So basically the goal will be, we're going to have some bits lower down the curve that are nice and cheap and consistent, and then we're going to have some top-end stuff. Like, Return of the Wild Speaker is really going to, like, if we cheat in a 10-powered creature, we get to draw 10 cards with it. Cheat some more stuff in with Nissa, that should be pretty good. So Return of the Wild Speaker gets in for card draw. War Room can get in as a land, actually, because it's pay life equal to your commander's color identities. We are all single. We are a single color commander. Rishkar's Expertise, also pretty good. Another draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Card draw. What's our ramp? What's our curve like? Dreadful. I love it. Okay, that might be an issue, but don't worry. But we're a big green deck. Everything's fine. It'll all come out in the wash. Draw cards equal draw card for each creature you control. That's not what we want. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card if its power is 3 or greater. Otherwise, put 2/1 counters onto it. That could be pretty good. Just randomly makes our small things bigger, and then our big things draw us cards. I think Tribute to the World Tree, again, the triple pips normally would be a bit of an issue, but we are, in theory, a mono green deck. I mean, yes, we have 14 non-basics in here, but I like you get in. Where are we going? Ooh, Sylvala? That could be pretty good. I do want cheaper things, though. I am a bit worried about this curve. Boo! Damn being sensible. Alright, let's actually search by spelunking. No. Up the beanstalk. Ooh, beans. This does actually seem like a beans deck. Up the beanstalk. When it enters the battlefield and whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, draw a card. We're going to have some big things that cost more than 5 in this. Trust me. Trust me. Alright. Is this a Rites of Flourishing deck? I think it might be, you know. 2 and a green. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Each player may play an additional land on each of their turns. Games are more fun with Rites of Flourishing. Yes, our opponents get to do this first, but we will make more use out of it. Yeah, let's add Rites of Flourishing. This might not be correct for most powerful deck, but games of Commander are better when there's a Rites of Flourishing in play. So let's add it into our card draw. So I don't hate cards like Life Legacy and Momentous Fall. They can be pretty good in these kind of decks. Just ways of... I think I'm going to add Life's Legacy. As initial cost to cast a spell, sack a creature. Draw cards equal to that creature's power. So once we have cast one big thing, we can use this to refill our hand and draw a bunch more. I think in these kind of decks it's pretty good. It's also only 2 mana, and we do need cheap things to do. As much as it pains me. So we can have some on some big things. So yes, good Vault Ball Tyrant. We'll come back to the Tyrant. Don't worry. Yeah, we need two more bits of card draw. All right. I'm gonna be boring. We're gonna go back, and we're just gonna add the Sylvan Library because I need a 2-drop, and Sylvan Library is good, and I own one. Actually, there's one I own. It's the most confusing card of all time. It's none of the. It's this one. Pay 0. Draw 2 cards, then choose any 2 cards from your hand drawn this turn. For each of those cards, pay 4 life, or put that card back on the top of your library. Use this ability only during your draw phase and only once each turn. Why they thought that was the correct wording for this after they already had a version that didn't have a 0 activated ability on it, I don't know. But that's the version I own, and is vibes, and we love it. So, it's also 2 mana, we can put it in. Also, sorry, has this got cheaper? A touch. Okay. Well, if we just added Sylvan Library, we're going to add the Great Henge. Generically good card is generically good. That's $60! Alright, I'm going to add this, because again, I own one. If you don't own one, proxy one. It's fine. Or run, like, Harmonize, Guardian Project, Toski, Gaia Reach, that kind of stuff. There are alternatives. Again, I'm being a little bit... I'm building the deck for me, because... I like me. Hard draw. Marvellous. Alright. Good morning, Cecilki? Is that how you say that? Love that. Good to see you. Good morning. Cool. Yeah, we've got what? We've got 51 cards. We've got about 20 minutes to finish this off. We should be fine. So we have our card draw now. Let's get the rest of our ramp in. This, we are going to... I can't just type ramp in here, can I? Search land. Alright, so actually, obviously, first of all, let's do the generically, we need a Soul Ring. Because it's Commander, we need a Soul Ring. Even in this landfall deck, we should still run a Soul Ring. Let's just get our Commander out earlier, all that good stuff. I don't actually think it's an Arcane Signet deck. I don't think we need Arcane Signet when we actually actively want rampant growth effects. So it's a Soul Ring deck, but it's not a Arcane Signet deck, which I think is fine. EDH rank, search land. So we're going to run rampant growth as ramp. Where did rampant growth go? How are we for ramp? We need 3 more. We can't run Farseek. Where's... I swear... Oh yeah, hold on. Search. We want search. Forest. This is what we want. EDH rank. Nature's Law gets in. 3 visits gets in, these go and get forests that don't come into play tapped, which is wonderful. We love that. Ramp. One more. I do want this to be cheap, just because we have so much big, beefy stuff later on. Land grant? I played this card. This card gets played way more in Commander. 1 and a green. If you have no land cards in hand, you may reveal you may reveal your hand instead of paying land grants cost. Search your library for a forest card, put the card into your hand, then shuffle. Oh, it only goes to your hand. Been playing this a bunch more in Cube. It lets you keep some bad hands. And I love keeping bad hands. So maybe we won't... yeah, maybe we don't. Maybe we just go back to search. Land. I want it to be 2 mana is the thing. So maybe it's like Secure a Tribe Elder. So Kadama's Reach and Cultivate would be good in this deck. But we do have Entis Restorations and Harrow type stuff. With the ability to play multiple land drops, Cultivate and Kadama's Reach do go up in terms of how good they are, just because you're able to use that. Like you could, this can be 1 card, put 2 lands into play if you have something like an Azusa in hand. That's pretty good. Because the curve looks terrible, we're going to add this Wayfarer's Bauble in. But Secure Tribe Elder is also a perfectly fine card. I just want a 1-drop so this doesn't look as awful. Alright. It makes me feel better. That's the main thing. Alright, so we have our ramp. Right. Oh yeah, because we have 14 lands in here. I was wondering why we were so high in cards. Alright, so let's just go through, trust the process. Let's go through. Let's do our... So do we have our interaction? No, we only have 1 bit of interaction. We have our card draw and we have our ramp. Let's do our interaction now. So for our other board wipe, we want Azuri's Predation. This one's phenomenal. 5 green, green, green. For each creature your opponents control, get a 4/4 green beast token. Each of those tokens fight 1 of those creatures. So you can get in as our interaction. Where did you go? Thank you. Obviously running Beast within. Destroy target permanent controller makes a green beast. I'm out of ideas now. So we're cheating on permanent. So let's actually look at destroy target. Let's have a look. Can you do minus? Oh yeah, you can do is not instant. Is not instant. Is not sorcery. Can't think of what other non-land permanents there are, so this should be fine. Or yeah, non-land cost of permanent. So right. So here we're going to start looking for some stuff that answers things. So Meteor Golem seems pretty good. We can cast it with Nissa. It's a big 7-drop. That's solid. Can answer something. We love that. Cogler. Okay, yeah. Let's get some beef in here now. Cogler, the Titan Ape, comes in, fights up to 1 creature you don't control. When it attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Yes. Big monkey, get in my deck. Interaction. Terrasty Nasty. Yeah, screw it. Let's get the interaction in here. Let's get some big things in here. There is a big creature that fights something that I know I want. I don't know what it's called, though. So let's actually come back for that. Let's do... I think it's fight? See if it's fight or see if it deals damage. Oh, this is it, yeah. Apex Altasaur, when it enters the battle, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control, and then in Rage... whenever it's dealt damage, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. So this is sort of a board wipe, as long as you can keep it alive. Like this effectively takes out 10 powers worth of stuff. Or maybe more, actually, because the last one can be bigger. So you can do up to 9 powers worth of stuff, and then the last one you do something else. That's actually really good. Okay, we love the Altasaur. That's pretty vibey. That's 7. Okay, I'm kind of on board with this. Fight spells could be pretty good in this deck, actually. Let's see what else is... Let's do EDH rank again. We're kind of cheating by doing EDH rank, but yeah, we've got Apex Altasaur. We've got... Ooh. Uvenwald Tracker? I don't hate. It's repeatable. Just because it's 1 mana, and again, I'm a sucker for making my curve look good. And it is a mana sink, sort of. I think we're fine. Let's add Overmore Tracker. I do like this card. Vorinclex? When do you fight something? The last stage of your saga. Can't be asked with that. Right, what do you do? Other creatures have when this creature attacks, you may have it fight. What? I've read this card, but not in years. 5 mana, 10/8. Other creatures have whenever this creature attacks, you may have it fight Grothma All Devouring. When Grothma leaves the battlefield, each player draws cards equal to the amount of damage dealt to Grothma this turn by sources they controlled. No. The simple answer for this is no, we're not doing this, unfortunately. I can't be asked to work out how Kicker works with Nissa. You probably have to pay the additional cost. Ooh. Slaying Mantis. Ooh. Yes, it's silver bordered, but this card is phenomenal. 5 green, 6/6. It has just a second, which is as long as this spell is on the stack, players can't move cards on the battlefield. Slaying Mantis enters the battlefield by being thrown from a distance of at least 3 feet. When Slaying Mantis enters the battlefield, it fights each creature an opponent controls that touched it as it entered. Yeah, screw it, we're adding this. I don't care that it's silver bordered. I don't care. This card is great. We're playing Commander, we're doing this. Alright, let's add one more and just so we can deal damage. Let's see what we got in this section. EDH rank. Alright. This wasn't what I was expecting from this. Let's do... I think I want something cheap that just fights something. We're not just going to add Prey Upon, are we? Let's just do... I am kind of here for... Can you find an oversized version of Slaying Mantis? Ooh, I don't know. I do want a massive... Yeah, just print a massive one. Or one that kind of unfolds. That would be really funny. Let's just do Fight in green. We need one more bit of interaction. EDH rank. Oh, I've got these. Bridgeworks Battle can get in. Target creature in your gets plus super unit until the end of fights one creature you don't control. But it can also be a land. Oh, we can be cheeky with this. We can double up with these actually. Because effectively they don't... they count as lands in the deck. Because they're MDFCs. I like that. We're good there. Oh, there is also the destroy and target... No, it's not destroy target. It's destroy target enchantment. That's also an MDFC. Damn, we're actually building decks properly now that we're adding these in, aren't we? Where are you? I know what you're called. How do you search MDFCs? I know what you look like. We literally had you up earlier. I think it's Yevim. Maya. Is it Maya Granger? Or something like that. Search MDFCs. Scryfall. Is MDFC. God, I love you, Scryfall. Thank you so much. Alright. Disciple of Freyles. When it enters, you may sacrifice another creature if you do it against... So this is bonus card draw, but it's also a land. So let's just be good and get you in here doing things properly. Marvellous. Alright. Protection. What are we doing? I think we want the instant ones. Gain my spelling is dreadful. Does this work? Gain indestructible? No, that doesn't look like English. Marvellous. Gain indestructible. Am I doing this right? Is it indestructible? What's the... No, why is... Oh, I've spelt it so... I spelled it wrong so many times that my computer predicts my misspelling. That's nice of it, thank you. Heroic Intervention, that's the card. You are protection. Marvellous. Ooh, Mithril Coat. I think I like Mithril Coat. When it enters, attach target creature, equip regains indestructible. Actually, I do think we actually just want the generic Lightning Greaves. I do think we want these and Swiftfoot Boots purely because cheating something big in and then giving it haste is actually really good in this deck. That is kind of exactly what we're after. Where did Swiftfoot Boots go? Under here. Marvellous. Alright. Protection. So, effectively, we need our big things now. So, let's actually just finish off the land so I can see how many cards we have left. So, we have 14 lands. Let's just add a forest. I might fix the... Oh, the one time I don't drop and drag it in. Forest. We'll come back to lands maybe later, but let's just get... add... more? Do you want 19 more of these? 34 lands, that'll do for now. So we have 10 big things. Okay. This is the last little bit of the deck. We're just gonna... Let's just do... Can be played in a green deck. Is a creature. Search these options. Mana value descending. That's how we're doing this. Okay, what can we run? Alright, Golter seems pretty good because it can go in any... It will get cost reduced and it is just a big bit of beef. Ooh, Lumbering Meglasloth. This costs 1 less for each counter among players and permanents. Is energy counter MTG? Ooh, an energy. Yes, energy is a counter. Damn, that's really good with Lumbering Meglasloth. That means that this can be reduced in cost by like 10, equal number of energy we have. That's phenomenal. Love that. What else do we have? Worldspine Worm, I don't hate. Ooh, Apex Devastator. We are casting with Nissa. So Apex Devastator gets in. What else do we want? This you can really customize as much as you want. Oh yeah, because we're casting, we can actually run these ones. Let's run an Ulamog. Screw it. I'm assuming that will make it a higher tier, but hey ho, we're here to do some big broken things. We want 8 drops. You could hoof here if you just want a way to win the game. I think we're going to go with the other Golter. When it enters, put any number of creature cards on your hand on the battlefield. It's bonus cheat as well. Actually, let's do Kamal. At the beginning of combat on your turn, creatures get +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. And then it can animate some of our lands. I think Kamal's fun. I think if you're going to add a hoof, I think Kamal's perfectly fine. Legion of the Tangle is a vibe. When Legion of the Tangle deals combat damage to a player, you may choose any number of target lands you control and put an Awakening counter on each of them. Each of those lands is an 8/8 green elemental creature token. For as long as Awakening counter is on them, they're still lands. So this can animate all of our lands, turn them into 8/8s. Yes, they can get blown up, but it's fun. We're going to have a good time with that one. Ooh, Polyraptor I do like, but we can't do the combos with that, so probably not. Did we add Terastodon? We might have, so that is fine. Terastodon's already in, that's fine. 7 drops, boo. I wanted more beef. You could add Vorinclex, I'm not the biggest fan of it. We have 5 minutes, so we have time. Ancient Bronze Dragon, what do you do? When it comes to a player, roll the d20. If you do, put X plus encounters on it up to each 2 target creatures you control. That's pretty good. Oh, Avenger should probably go in. We have all the landfall stuff. Oh, Beanstalk Giant should also go in. Again, it is ramp and we have the landfall stuff. This is going to go in our big beef. How many do we have? We have 1 left. And I think I know what I want it to be, actually. We want... Landfall. I haven't really done too much landfall stuff in this. I don't think that's the end of the world. That might be a way of tuning this up. Yeah, I can see like Lotus Cobra being really good in this deck actually. But rampaging Baloths. When a land you control enters, you may create a 4/4 green beast creature token. With all the landfall stuff that we're doing, that is going to make us a lot of things. Have we missed anything obvious from the landfall section? Bristly Build, you know how I feel about this card. Love this lad. Springheart Nantuko could be funny. Stick this on one of our big creatures and then make multiples of them, but all of our stuff's legendary, so that probably might not work. You could definitely add more landfall stuff, but I think I'm kind of happy. Ooh, Cubby Wubby. Ooh. I think I'm okay with this, actually. Let's have a look at the deck. Curve. Dreadful. But let's not worry about it. This is the part we're doing normally. This is the stuff that we are cheating, and we have so much ramp actually. We have 10 bits of dedicated ramp. We have 8 things that let us draw or play multiple lands in a turn. We have bonus effects that cheat things into play. We have a commander that lets us cheat things into play. This is much more of an engine than a regular deck. So the curve, who cares? Yes, there's a 12 drop. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I think this deck looks really fun. I think it looks kind of awesome and stupid. Let's see if we can actually sort by mana value. So not 1s, 2s. Where's the 3s? That's 3s. 5. Yeah, to be fair, once you kind of get past... So this is a normal deck, and once you get past it, everything else is kind of the big broken stuff we're doing. So these are reducing cost, that's fine. This is reducing cost. See, it's all coming together. These are big things we're cheating into play. You don't technically need to run Slaying Mantis, but I want to. Yeah, maybe we could look at reducing the cost of some of our interaction, but these are more fun. I want to run these cards. Yeah, 37 lands, including MDFCs. That's pretty nice. I think this is solid. I am liking this deck. Cool. Yeah, as I mentioned at the start, this will be down in the description below if you want to check it out yourself. Let me know any changes. Let me know what you would adjust to this. I don't just want to hear make the curve better as a comment on this deck, even though that is probably fair. I think some of these could be 4 drops. Although, actually, Walk-in Closet is a 3 drop. Thank you very much. Yeah, maybe some of these should be a bit cheaper, but we're a big green deck doing big green things. Let's do big green things. Right, that's where we're going to leave it for today. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Haven't worked out what we're doing yet. It could be continuing with the Cube series. It could be doing something else. But yeah, lovely to see you all. Much love. We'll catch you all tomorrow. Cheerio. Bye-bye.